Hello and welcome back. In my previous video, I introduced the DIY Packraft, and in this video I'm going to show you the first steps in constructing the Packraft, marking and cutting the fabric. For this step, you'll need a flat work surface, a permanent marker, tape, scissors, and your DIY Packraft plans. I'm making this raft out of 30 denier TPU coated ripstop nylon, which is thin enough that I'll be able to see the lines on the plans through the fabric. If you're using a thicker fabric, you may need to cut out the plans along the solid lines and stencil the shape of the plans onto the fabric. Don't worry if your work surface is smaller than the plans. You can start at one corner and then slide the plans into a new position when you've done as much as you can. Just make sure you tape the plans to the fabric so they won't shift around while you're working. Trace the shapes drawn in solid lines from the plans onto the fabric. The plans are designed so that by cutting just inside the lines, the fabric will fold together correctly, so use a permanent marker. Make a small tick at each end of the dashed lines, or trace in the dashed lines with a non-permanent marker, because those areas will be visible on the finished Packraft. When you have traced everything onto one sheet of fabric, set that fabric aside, and trace the plans again onto a second sheet, following the same procedure as before. If your fabric has a different coating on each side, as this fabric does, be sure to lay out the second piece of fabric upside down relative to the first piece. Here, my first piece had the shiny side up, and my second piece has the shiny side down. By tracing the same shapes onto opposite sides of the fabric, they become mirror images of each other, and that way I end up with one left side and one right side of the Packraft, not two left sides or two right sides. Now that we've traced out both sides of the Packraft, we're ready to start cutting them out. At this point, I recommend cutting out only one side of your Packraft. Leave the other piece of fabric intact, at least until you have joined the pieces of the first side together. That way, you eliminate the risk of mixing up the pieces from the left and right sides of your Packraft and joining the wrong ones together. In the next video, I'm going to show you how I use the heat sealing tools to join together the shapes we cut in this video, and then we'll figure out which piece of the fabric is going to be the left side of your Packraft and which will be the right. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to follow along as I complete this project, and for more details about materials and plans, visit my website, diypackraft.com. Thanks for watching.